Welcome to my friends. Previous lecture we were discuss about the poultry farming or dairy farming. Today we are going to learn the new concept, the apiculture or beekeeping. It is related to the honeybees. It is an applied branch of zoology which deals with the artificial rearing. It is the artificial rearing of honeybees for the production of honey and the other products. For honey production, the apiculture is related to the honeybees. The scientific name of honeybees, this is the one example, Apis dorsata. Apis is the name of the genus. The beekeeping is also known as apiary. The apiculture, the variety of honeybees are used. In honeybees, three types of honeybees are there which can be used for rearing for the production of honey and the various products. The various products like honey, bee wax, then propolis, royal jelly, and bee venom. We know very well the honey. Honey is a nutritious food which has the many nutritional value and which are also the part of the indigenous medicine which can be used in Ayurveda, and we can regularly use the honey. The near about the many honey products, for example, the honey per kg 400 rupees kg is the price, and many more. These are the products which are obtained from this apiculture or beekeeping. For example, bee wax, propolis, royal jelly is also costly. Bee venom is near about 70 to 80 lakhs per kg, which is useful for various inflammatory diseases, or which can be used on various medicinal properties which are useful for health of the skin and immune system, which can also improve the medicinal conditions, for example, rheumatoid arthritis and the chronic pains. These are the some examples of the bee products which can be obtained from this apiculture. Then the honeybee is of three types. We know very well. The first is the queen, second worker honeybee, and third one is the drone. First two are female. Queen is a fertile female. Fertile female is a queen. Worker is a sterile female, and drone is a male. The chromosome number in honeybees, in queen, the chromosome number is 32, worker 32, but in drone or male it is 16, because the sex determination is present in honeybees is a haplodiploid sex determination. The formation of drone with the help of directly mitosis without fertilization, parthenogenesis takes place, and the queen, which is the fertile female, then worker honeybees is a sterile female, and the chromosome number is 32. These are the three types of honeybees which are working together in the process of the collection of honey in the apiculture or beekeeping. There are many species are also useful or which can be utilized or involved in the process of apiculture. For example, Apis dorsata. Apis is the name of genus, dorsata is the name of species, which are also known as wild bee or rock bee. Wild bee or rock bee. Second species use Apis florea, which are also known as little bee. Third species use, which is the most important species, Apis mellifera, also known as European bee, European or Italian bee. European or Italian bee, the Apis mellifera. And last one, Apis indica. This species is known as Indian bee. Out of these 4 species, only 2, Apis mellifera and Apis indica, are mostly used for apiculture or beekeeping for the production of high quantity of the honey. Why Apis mellifera is used generally for the commercial production of the sericulture or apiculture, for the apiculture or beekeeping? Because this bee is a larger size bee, less sting, it collects high amount of honey from the different flowers, and it can be live long period in the hive. Because of these 3 qualities, Apis mellifera, this variety of honey bee, is generally used for the production of honey in apiculture or in beekeeping project. This is the Apis mellifera. Now we again go to this point. What is the need of apiculture? It gives additional income to the farmers, to the rural peoples, and the honey which are useful for our daily life. These are the products: honey, bee wax, bee glue, propolis, royal jelly, bee venom. These are the 2 very costly the products obtained from this apiculture. And the another advantages of this honey bee are they are doing a very good job as a pollinating agents. When they travel, when they collect the honey from the various flower, they visit to many flowers. At a one visit, they are going and contact and they collect the honey from near about 200 to 300 flowers. And at the same time, they are also carry the pollen grains from one flower to the another flower. This is the additional advantages, and because of this, the honey bees, the production, the fertilization process is doing very well, because pollination takes place with the help of these honey bees, and we know pollination is an essential step for the fertilization. And from these 4 varieties, we must know what is the scientific name of Apis dorsata and the common name or the local name of this variety. Apis dorsata, wild bee or rock bee; Apis florea, little bee; Apis mellifera, European or Italian bee; and Apis indica, Indian bee. These are the 4 species. Then in apiculture or beekeeping, the requirement or the things are necessary for apiculture are the selection of the site. selection of suitable site is necessary. Second, to know the habit of the bee, we must know what is the habit of the bee. We have to carry out this project in a natural condition where the ornamental plants or the nurseries there or many plants are available. Generally this project is carried out in a natural system. Then the water is necessary, then regular supervision, also necessary for the collection of the brood or the supervision of the queen, honeybees or the other hive toolbox. The regular supervision is also must. Then for this apiculture or beekeeping, the equipments or the things which are necessary for apiculture is a overall hive toolbox or toolkit. Then second, gum shoes or gloves for the protection. Then bee wheel which protect our face from the sting of the honey. Fourth one, queen excluder. Fifth one, knives for cutting of the brood or the hive, and the swarm net for catching. Swarm net is also necessary for catching the bees. In apiculture, we are studying the definition of apiculture or sericulture or beekeeping. It is the artificial rearing of honeybees for the production of honey and the various products. Then the name of the honeybees, Apis, is the name of the genus and Dorsetta is the name of species. This is the one example of the species. These are the products. Then the honeybee, the queen, worker and drone, the chromosome number. These are the 4 species and the local name of the species. Then what is the need or the regular supervision, selection of the suitable site, habit of the bee, water if necessary, we have to provide water, and regular supervision of this overall hive toolbox is necessary, whether the process is going correct or wrong. Then these are the equipments. The various equipments are also required. For example, overall hive toolbox or kit, then gum shoes, gloves, bee wheel, queen excluder, knives, swarm net. These are the things or the overall hive tool kit is necessary for apiculture or bee keeping. In next lecture, next point, we are going to study the sericulture, the rearing of the silk from the silk moth, that is the Bombyx mori. The next point is sericulture. Sericulture is also a advanced branch or applied branch of zoology. It deals with the rearing of silk for the production of silk. In Marathi, we are called as Reshim Udyog, is sericulture, the rearing of silk for the production of silk. We know what is the value of silk. From silk, we are made various types of cloths which are very, very costly and which looks like a very pretty and a soft. the various silk industries are depends on these silk sericulture projects. It gives additional income to the farmers, handicapped person, older persons, or disabled persons, or the person who are interested to in sericulture for the production of silk. They get the very good economical source for their life. Then sericulture, it is related to the silk moth. Silk moth is a insect. The name of the silkworm is Bombyx mori. This is the scientific name of silkworm, Bombyx mori. This silkworm needs or grows on the food is a mulberry leaves. Mulberry leaves. These silkworm which feed on these mulberry leaves, and after completion of their feeding, it produces a fibers and coil around it and to form a cocoon. To form a cocoon. From this cocoon, we produce the silk. From this cocoon, we produce the silk. This is the general idea about the sericulture. The sericulture, it includes it is a small scale industry for the production of silk. Only the silk moth or silk insect, Bombyx mori, is required for this process. This is the natural process. And by using this type of insect, the production of silk takes place, and the name of the plant is mulberry leaves, or mulberry plant leaves is useful for the feeding of this insect. Now we are going to learn the life cycle. Life cycle of this silkworm. The first is the small insect. The name of the insect compound eye, head, abdomen, thorax and abdomen. Adult silk moth. It laid eggs. This is the female. It laid eggs on the mulberry leaves. These legs develop into the larvae. Larval stages up to the caterpillar. This is the caterpillar or larvae of silkworm, which feeds on this mulberry leaves, and then when it stops the feeding, it produces the fibers around it. This is the larvae, then it produces a whitish spherical structure, and it coil around it the various threads or fibers around it. These are the threads of the silk. This structure is known as cocoon. And again this adult moth is released from this cocoon, and the process is completed. This is the life cycle of the silkworm. The female adult silk moth which laid eggs on the leaves, the egg develops into the different larval stages into the caterpillar. This larvae feed on the mulberry leaves, and after completion of their feeding, then it start producing the fibers of the silk around it, and it forms a cocoon. This is the life cycle of this silkworm. By using this life cycle in the sericulture project, they have to use the various types of silk moth, and they provide the mulberry leaves. The tribal peoples or the local peoples, they provide the mulberry leaves to this project, and they also get the some economic or the some money from that project. And this is the simple method. But what happened? The various caterpillars or larvae are developed from these eggs, and the person, they kept all these larvae in a bracket of this, in a spherical or in a rectangular bracket. They kept all these larvae, and they prepare their own cocoon into this particular area. By this method, they produce the various or the number of cocoons in a very short time. This industry is a very good industry which provide money to the rural peoples, disabled, handicapped peoples from the sericulture. In India, the variety of silk is produced. In Maharashtra, in Karnataka. In Karnataka, silk is the very famous one, the mulberry silk. The mulberry silk is the best quality silk, is a mulberry silk. Mulberry silk is the best quality silk, which are produced by using the mulberry leaves. The quality of the mulberry silk, the quality of the silk is depends on the quantity and the quality of the mulberry leaves. Mulberry leaves. The quality and quantity of the mulberry leaves on which the larvae feed. On which the larvae feed. म्हणजेच जे सिल्क आहे त्या सिल्कची जी क्वालिटी आहे ती क्वालिटी कशावर आधारित आहे की ज्या पानांच्यावर किंवा ज्या मलबेरी लीव्जवर त्या लार्वी फीड करतात त्या पानांची असणारी क्वालिटी आणि किती क्वांटिटीमध्ये त्यांनी ते कंझ्युम केलेलं आहे याच्यावर त्याचं प्रोडक्शन आणि क्वालिटी ही डिपेंड असते. द अनदर व्हरायटी तुषार सिल्क अँड एरी सिल्क. These are the two varieties which are inferior to the mulberry silk. Mulberry silk is the best one, but Tushar silk and Eri silk, these are the inferior quality of the silk which are produced by using this sericulture. Then some precaution takes place for sericulture is first the rearing and the development of looking after the silkworm, which involves skill and labor for the constant watch. It means the sericulture is related to the skill and the science. Both are necessary for this sericulture project. The rearing, development and looking after the silkworm or regular supervision is also necessary for this project. A little negligence can spoil the complete industry. आपलं थोडं सुद्धा दुर्लक्ष ही संपूर्ण इंडस्ट्री किंवा हा प्रोजेक्ट हा डिस्ट्रॉय होऊ शकतो. The variety of pathogen they infect this larvae or this project, for example fungal infection, bacterial infection or viral infection, they may affect the sericulture project. The silkworm larvae infected the variety of these pathogens. Then beside these, the ants, crows and the various types of birds, they pick out this caterpillar or the larvae. They also harm this project. Because of that, the cages are required for this project, and which have to manage to prevent the predators from the predators attack. These are the some precautions taken for the sericulture. In this lecture, we studied about the production of silk from the silkworm. The name of the silkworm is Bombyx mori, and this is the life cycle of silkworm. And we know the economic importance of the silk. The production of silk gives the employment and economic development of the life of the people. The production of silk has a very great marketing value. The raw silk, then the fabric, then the silk, and the which looks like a very pretty and silky. The near about the cocoon formation, it requires a near about a 1 month process up to the cocoon formation, and we get very good production of this cocoon. And in sericulture, the rearing of silk, production of the silk, the name of the silkworm, it is a insect. The name of the silkworm is the Bombyx mori, and the food or they feed on these mulberry leaves and they produce cocoon, and the products produce the silk. In next lecture, we will discuss about the lac production and the fisheries, which are also known as the pisciculture. In today's lecture, we are discussing about the apiculture and sericulture. Both these points, the economic importance of apiculture and sericulture is important, and the variety use is also important for CET and NEET purpose. Thank you.